So you're thinking about moving to Memorial in Houston, Texas. In this video, we're going to share some highlights around Memorial on a map so you can understand the context of how things fit, where they are, what things that are interesting and fun to go check out. If you stick around to the very end, we'll share with you the very best kept secret of Memorial that you don't want to miss. We're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time on this channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living life in Houston, Texas, the good and the bad, the pros and the cons, the yin and the yang, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Houston, Texas. My name is Joseph Tiasana, and welcome to our channel, Living Life in Houston, Texas. My partner, Carrie Josephson, and our team of realtors get calls and messages every day from people just like you, and you, looking for help on living life in Houston, Texas, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 10 days or 100 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. All of the information is in the description below so we can help make your move smooth to Houston, Texas. All right, so here we go. We are looking at where is Memorial. This is the Memorial area. And just to give you a context, I always like to do this and talk through where we're at relative to everything else. So Memorial, if you remember correctly, we're in Houston. We are radially like a target. This is the bullseye. This is the first ring, the second ring, the third ring, 610, Beltway 8, and 99. 610 Loop, Beltway 8, and 99 Grand Parkway. This is on I-10, right off of I-10. I-10 goes all the way to Florida, and it goes all the way to California. That cuts right through our target. So for downtown is approximately 18.5 miles, about 24 minutes. The Galleria, which is where a lot of shopping is done, is 14.7 miles, about 19 minutes. Bush and Hobby Airport, the airports are going to be up here. Whoops. So that's right here. George Bush International is 31 miles, about 35 minutes. And then this is Hobby, this gray area. It's about 25.5 miles, 38 minutes. And then the Texas Medical Center, which is right here, is approximately 21.7 miles, 25 minutes. So relatively speaking, you're in a great spot close to, when you're talking about being in Memorial, you're in a really more expensive part of town because a lot of those homes are very expensive. They're one of 7 areas that are like the most expensive in the city, and Memorial is one of them. That doesn't mean that you can't get a townhouse or a condo for much less, but if you're getting a full-on house with a yard, it tends to be in the millions there. So great part of town, very beautiful. Let's talk about a couple things. So we talked a little bit about downtown Galleria, both airports and the medical center, and we got that out of the way. All right, so the first thing is Memorial Park. And so again, Memorial is right here. So Memorial Park, it is 3 times the size of Central Park. It is a great place. We just recently, so the Uptown Management District, which is the Galleria, took all the business taxes because there's the majority of the businesses are in the Uptown area, in the Galleria area. They took that money and asked the city if they could take over management of Memorial. Because they have all that money, it is unbelievable. You have got to go check out the Kinder Land Bridge. There's a living bridge that connects both parks. There's Clay Family Glades, which is kind of a water, pond, marsh type of thing. And of course, we have the almost 3-mile track. I used to run marathons and run around that. So it's really nice. It's just a great park. There's a pool, there's on-site golf course, public golf course there. So lots of things to do. So if you're looking for something for fun for the family that's free, go check it out. Super nice. Rummel Creek is another park at the edge of the Memorial. So let me bring it up a little bit here. So Memorial again is this area here. It's near the edge. Memorial is here. Into here is Memorial Avenue. So it goes from here to here. So Rummel Creek, just smaller park. Take a walk. observe wildlife, mostly birds and squirrels there. Yes, we do have alligators, and now we're going to be in the bayou, deep in the bayou, or further away from people. So you can check that out. This is interesting. I've never been there, but apparently there's a log cabin at Edith Moore Nature Sanctuary. So for those of you who love birds and log cabins, go check it out. It's super fun. This I really like. This is the Citycentre. Citycentre is on kind of in between Memorial encompasses area. Citycentre is mixed-use residential, has Hotel Sorella. It has a bunch of high-end restaurants, 2-story. And part of the middle of Citycentre, they wanted to create that feng shui with all the elements, earth, wind, air, and fire. So earth obviously is the ground, so there's this like green space. Water, they have water fountains. Fire, they put these sensors, these big old sensors, and it shoots up fire. And also the Hotel Sorella matches that. Because if you go into the hotel bar, there's this big old flame thing right in the middle next to the pool. And then air, obviously, is the air above. So you have the restaurants on all 4 sides of this open area. So earth, wind, fire, and air. So super fun. Lots of great restaurants there and some great shoppings. If you want a great gym, resort style gym, Lifetime is the gym there. So super good. Of course, we have Memorial City Mall just a little bit down the street there. That's enclosed. Citycentre is open, right? Walking Esplanades outside. Memorial City Mall is enclosed. It's your big box mall, and it has the Apple store there. And they've done a lot of renovations. And I think the goal there is also to make it rival the Galleria. The Galleria is one of Texas's largest closed-in malls, and so they're trying to do the same thing eventually over there. So super excited about those things. Also, Memorial City is close to the Memorial Hermann hospital system, so you can go shop and get your heart checked out. So super fun. Queensbury Theater, a lot of local theater performances with plays and musicals. They did have comedy over there at one point, and I remember going to one of those shows. It's pretty fun. So you've got that over there. Memorial Green. So Houston is into a lot of these like little strip centers where you have really decent parking. The strip center now looks very attractive. It doesn't look like a strip center. It looks like it was intended to be there. And it's in a part of Memorial. It's right in the heart of one of the most expensive neighborhoods. And so you get to go and check some food out. They have a great restaurant called Jonathan's The Rub. And you got to have their balsamic vinaigrette. It's unbelievable. And their croutons are the size of like little biscuits. Super, super yummy. 3 or 4 other restaurants that are great to hang out and have a drink and enjoy. A couple other restaurants. Ku is Japanese. Again, it's near Memorial City Mall. There's 2 Japanese restaurants there, if I remember correctly. Ku's on the first floor. Really great space. And then the other one's on the 2nd floor there. Reserve some time for parking because you're competing with the medical center that's there. So, and be careful because you may get a ticket while you're over there. Let's see. Frostwood Elementary. That is one of the premier schools if you can get in for your child. That is where you want to be. I have several clients that live in the area, and one client, they bought $700,000 or $800,000. Now their house is worth $1 million. It's kind of crazy. So similarly, there's a lot of housing there. It's older homes are going to be usually 1 story, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, sometimes 4 bedroom, 2 bath, 1970s, 80s, sometimes 60s. Obviously, newer constructions are going to hit the $1 million. And then if you go further down Memorial, heading east toward Memorial Park, then you get into the $1, $2, and $3 million homes and even more there. So great area of town, very wooded. And they try to keep that feel there. So super fun. Let's see. You've got the Arboretum going back to the park. So you've got this park right here, 3 times the size of Central Park. And the Arboretum can be accessed from both either Memorial or Woodway. They kind of come together. Incidentally, for those of you who are marathoners or runners, I ran the Houston Marathon, and that area is the wall. That's mile 24 through 26, and they basically shut down parts of Houston gradually as the runners are going around and stuff like that. So it's really fun. And the Houston Marathon is in January, February timeframe. So it's completely inclement weather. What we call inclement, for some of you guys who are totally northerners and are in the snow, It's cold here. It can be like 40 degrees or 30 degrees, but because of the humidity on the lower end of the temperature scale, it's biting. Like, it is really biting. And most Houstonians don't have parkas. We don't have layers. We don't have any of those things. So we're like scrambling. The humidity on the opposite end, and the humidity during the summer is brutal. Like, it feels like you're never going to leave the sauna. You feel like you've been walking in the sauna all day, every day there. So Houston Marathon, great spot, really fun to cheer people on. Kind of a side note. All right, so back over to Citycentre area, there's a place called the Escape Game. It's kind of in the back portion of where the Citycentre is laid out. And there's a bowling center out there. It's kind of fun. That's connected to a hipster bar. But the escape room is really fun. So if you're into puzzles and working together and kind of a family thing and want to spend a couple hours, it's actually really good. For those of you who are going to be living outside of the Beltway 8 in Nottingham, this is also Memorial, but a lot more affordable. There's a swim club, and they have Nottingham Forest Community Club. There's a ton of recreational activities, primarily swimming, but it gathers a community, so it kind of shows the strength of community, even though you're in a more urban setting. So it's over here. Memorial is this. From here, 610 loop through the Beltway and almost to Highway 6. It covers this northern part there. So for those of you and that's the energy corridor, by the way. So that's where most of the oil and gas companies, either downtown or they have some of the corporate offices on the west side of Houston. That's where it is. You're going to be right in a very popular spot. Nottingham always maintaining their pricing, even during COVID, even during the financial collapse of 2010. They always maintain their pricing. So if you wanted a good spot and you're okay with vintage, I'm going to say vintage, it's a great place to be. All right. So now to the best kept secret of Memorial that you really do not want to miss. Let's talk about it. So I'm big into farmers markets. There's a farmers market every month right in the heart of the Memorial. And when you go and make that left turn or that westerly turn on Beinhorn, one of my friends helped build the property right on that corner of Beinhorn and Voss, and that property is 3.1 million. Anyways, literally a block from there is the Memorial Village Farmers Market. Definitely go there. It's a really fun place to see what farm to table artisans are out there. There's local artisans that do different things. There's a guy who brings seafood from Seattle over there. There's another one that brings fresh eggs, a bunch of different wares, so you can get like drinks, and a guy who builds bird boxes and planter boxes. So fun time. It's trying to bring that more farm country feel into the city and everyone enjoy just a weekend. So definitely, if you're into the farmers market, it's one of the really, really cool secrets in Memorial that you definitely want to check out. Until then, have a good day, sunshine, and we'll see you around the Bayou City.